It's too much like that. I know what's wrong with them. Getting too angry, too pissed.
Did I say something bad? Like, I didn't.
You smell nice.
But you changed when I gave in. You make love not worth giving. It's sickness.
I say kill it
Alone.
You shower together, you did shit together, like they shot.
and everything.
Emotions are unstable. Because at one point,
Hey guys, from all those clips you can tell that a lot happened from yesterday night till this evening, and I'm going to tell you guys bit by bit without missing anyone out. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Okewumi, and in case you are just watching my videos for the first time, a very big welcome to you. Welcome to the family. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button just as you're watching this video, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And I would also be asking for your comments in the comment section below. Hey guys, I don't even know where to start from, but I'm going to start from yesterday night. So I'm going to be giving you like the headlines, the highlights of today's gist. I'm going to be talking about Brighto and Kidwaya's conversation, Nengi and Ozo's break up, Wathoni and Brighto's conversation, then move to what happened this morning, from their practice for the wager tags to the diary session they had to have themselves, and to the wager itself, and much more. So you don't want to miss any of these highlights. Stay tuned.
Whenever he says anything, tackle him. The new voice. It's too much like that. I know what's wrong with them. Getting too angry, too pissed. Like, I didn't cry. Normally brags about my son, my wife. His wife is good for 60 years old.
For a minute, guys, when I overheard these two people's conversation, I was like, Bright, oh, must you spill? But then when I remembered all the terrible things Brighto have been doing, I felt he deserved it. Because that boy has been arrogant as of late. He talks anyhow, he insults people, and he stylishly uses whatever secrets they tell him against them. So I feel what Brighto is saying is, if he comes at him with any of those nasty jokes that he always use, because Brighto talked about his whatever, that's not even what is getting Brighto upset. Is how Praise has been behaving as of late. He's stylishly arrogant, but he always try to make it look like he's joking about it. Most of the times, the one that even used to get to me is the way he attacks Laycon. He's always calling Laycon short, and he's always body shaming Laycon, saying so much nasty things about Laycon. And that's not even that too. He's done it countless times for different housemates, and he tried to step on Kidwaya's nerve this week. He was just trying to attack Kidwaya this week. And so I think Brighto noticed that, okay, Kidwaya doesn't really like Praise, and both of them were now discussing that that boy is so annoying that imagine he talks to people anyhow. He brags around, he talks to people anyhow, and Brighto is like, see me, I know how to get to him, I know his weak points, I know he's emotional, and I know how to tackle him. And Kidwaya is like, what is it? And it's like, he brags around about his son and his wife. That his wife is 60 something, is over 60 something years. And Kid is like, are you sure? Like, yes, he said it. He told me himself, like during that first and second week time, he told me that his wife is over 60. And me, I even feel that he's with the woman because of her money and all. And they were talking about seamless time and times when Praise had bragged in the house and said all sorts of things. And I just feel like it is because Praise does it. And I'm going to tell you why Praise does it. Because he even did it today. Like, he did it today. Things people tell him, they will tell him a secret, and in the end, he will use it to insult them indirectly. So I feel that's what Brighto wants to do to him too. Like, if he says anything, because of that thing he told him, he's going to use it against him in public. And he cannot do anything to him. That kind of thing. Moving on, guys.
Oh, did I say something bad? Like, I didn't feel like I said, you want to start?
no, I'm not starting anything.
That's what it is.
So guys, yesterday Ozo and Nengi finally had a sit down, let's talk about this thing conversation. And I paid so much close attention. I've been telling you guys of late on my channel that Nengi has been like she said from Monday she has been singing to Ozo's ear, you're just like a brother to me, you're just like a brother to me and all. And I've been saying, hey, Ozo is not saying it that way, he thinks she's joking. And so yesterday night she finally sat down with him and said, see Ozo, I hope you're not misunderstanding this thing we're having together. Hope it's not like I'm trying to lead you on. Hope I'm not giving you any impression that we are going to date or be in a relationship kind of thing, because I don't think I can date you, and I don't think I can see myself having something like romantically with you inside this house, because I just want to make sure you're not misunderstanding whatever is going on between us. And also is down again, you know, the way it was first week, he's red, his eye red. I was just laughing like. And after that he was like this past week I've been so good, and Nengi's like, I know. And all of a sudden there's silence, and she's like, why are you quiet? Like, do you want to do what you did that first time? You want to ignore me, right? And also it's like, I'm just perplexed. Ejo, which one be perplexed for the matter? Nengi say, why are you bringing English into this matter? Like, I don't understand. And it was so funny because, okay, it's not funny because Ozo, he doesn't want to accept the fact that, okay, Nengi has said it. Me, I don't even want to blame Nengi for it, because she has been saying it throughout this week. Ever since Ebuka said she's trying to lead Ozo on, and she was like, how am I leading Ozo on? That kind of thing. And she has been trying to make it clear to him that I'm not leading you on. No, I just see you as a brother and a very good friend. I'm not leading you on. Or is there anything I'm doing that makes you feel like I'm leading you on? Let me stop doing it now. And Ozo's like, no. And so this, I just feel that because she feels that she's seeing that Ozo is getting too emotionally attached, and that's why she had to call him yesterday to tell him that, guy, hope you're not misunderstanding whatever. See, let's ex Nengi and Ozo, because those ones, they will quarrel, and before you know it, they are settled. Wathoni and Brighto, yesterday night.
This one is small.
Oh, it's small.
Guys, that is how Brighto, after his malicious gossip with Kidwaya, invited Wathoni over to his bed. Now, you know, Wathoni slept on Brighto's bed yesterday. Today again, I mean, the day before yesterday. Yesterday night, Brighto invited Wathoni to his bed, and then she was now talking. She was like, Brighto, I like the way you smell. Like, you smell nice. And she's like, is it because of, you know, I'm coming to your bed, that's why you went to go and spray up? And Brighto's like, no, Wathoni is looking for, but I feel that whatever she's looking for, she would definitely find it. So she was not trying to ask Brighto indirectly. She was like, Brighto, you are so unromantic. If you like somebody, you say it. Like, do you like me? And Brighto is like, yes, now I like you. And Brighto is very weird. I was like, what kind of way do you like me? I was like, I like you like a sister. A bit Tolani badge. How many types of like do we have? And I'm like, okay. And next thing, Brighto is like, Praise likes you very much. And she's like, if Praise likes me, I feel like I should just play along, and you know, I can play along with Praise. She tried to change the conversation, and then Tolani Badge was like, me, first of all, before I even go to Wathoni and Brighto, what is Tolani Badge looking for in the room? They've chosen you to be deputy. What is there to sleep on the same bed with Kidwaya? Is it a crime? Because I don't even understand. Yesterday, I even thought it was going to end the day before yesterday when she slept with Prince. Today again, she was sleeping in her room. Like, why are you trying to form, I'm too holy, I'm too loyal, I can't stay on the same bed with kid because my best friend's boyfriend. Like, it's just for a week, and it's not like you guys are going to do anything. It is well. Brighto and Wathoni, what is Brighto's mission this time around? Because fine, I know that this past few days Wathoni has been trying to, you know, find out if Bright likes her, because I think she has already started catching feelings for Brighto. She just wants to be sure whether he likes her or he doesn't. That's why she's asking all the sneaky questions. And yeah, Brighto has made it known that his brotherly, his sisterly love he has towards her, and that Praise likes her, and she wants to try to make a move since she's when Brighto has already told her that Praise likes her. Me, I do not know when Praise told Brighto that he likes Watonio, but it is what it is. Moving on. So guys, that was just yesterday night. All those things happened yesterday night. Now today, day 32 in the house. Officially 1 month and 1 day in the house. They woke up with positive energy as usual, had their workout. During their workout, Ozo and Nengi spoke, and I feel like Ozo has gotten over what Nengi told him yesterday night. So they spoke and they are cool now. And that's not it though. Kidwaya announced he read the brief out this morning, and apparently he brought a box, and it was like Big Brother said they should pick a card from the box without looking into the box. They should just pick a card, and when they were picking the cards, they found out that they were picking names. Them in their mind, maybe it's one teamwork and that kind of thing. But I will tell you what the picking of names was for later on in this video, and I'll tell you how they picked the names, and I'll tell you the reasons. But now, after this thing, the housemates were just preparing for their wager. Hey, I feel like the way they prepared today, it made me, on Monday I was saying, hey, will they win this wager this week? On Tuesday, will they win this wager this week? But with their all preparations and all, and what they were delivering, I was like, mad, that kind of thing. I already had in mind that they would do well for this their wager, and so they were preparing up until this gossip between Solani no, did I say Solani? Sorry. The gossip among Dorothy, Praise, Shrikiti, Neo, and Wafuni. I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to explain their gossip.
If somebody see you now, they will
You know that people are going to go up so fast. Should you have moved up?
Lucy liked you. Excuse me. Keep quiet, Lucy. Watoni liked you.
So guys, I hope from this short clips and from what I'll explain to you, we see why I said that Praise deserves what Brighto is going to do to him, or he's planned to do to him. Like, the guy talks too much. Yes, I know that this was just a normal conversation where they were gisting, but he went a little bit over the board by spilling out some secrets that some of the housemates confided in him for. Now, so apparently, Praise, Tricky, Lucy, Prince, and Wafuni and Dora, they were in the room. They were discussing or gossiping. Anyone you want to call it, feel free. Now, and they were talking about some things. They were just about something there, and that's when Praise now started. They were talking about boys and girls relationship, and that Kaisha confided him. Kaisha opened up to him before leaving the house that she liked Neil, and she was going to shake tables. She told me personally that she was going to shake tables between Neil and V. She told me that she liked him. Neil is like, she tell me to, the babe tell me, she no one agree, she no one hear anything, and all. Praise still went on, Praise that talks so much. He still went on to say that, Watoni, I know you liked Kid, and if not for all this thing that is happening, that she would have been. Watoni is not like, what do you mean all these things that is happening? That's which kind all these things that are happening? That if she wanted to be with Kid, she would have been with Kid, because Kid was giving her green light. It's just that she did not want to, she did not want to fall for Kids. That she actually did not want to fall for Kids. Not like that if she wanted to be with Kid, she would have been with Kid. So all these ones that they are saying, I'm like, I'm giving the highlights of their discussion. Then Dora now came in. She was like, that. Is it that she wasn't like, nobody ever saw that it was also that was him, my business? I'm like, sure. And Lucy and Wathoni were like, yes. She was not asking them that. Didn't you guys see that it was also that was in her business? That didn't you guys see it? Couldn't you guys see it? And Lucy was like, I saw it now. I saw it first week, second week. I was even telling you were saying it's a lie. No, that you guys are just feeling. I'm like, okay. And Wathoni was like, yes, I saw it coming. And that's how they switched from that one. Praise started analyzing the people that liked Prince. I was telling Prince that, Prince, you be hot cake now. Say, I see how many girls them like you. It was like Lucy first liked you, and Lucy tried to deny that. Me, I don't like Prince. You guys, I've said it times that number. I don't like Prince. And Prince like, I beg, you like Prince, Jaren. And he went on with the list. He said Wathoni. He now said Nengi, and I'm like, did Nengi ever like Prince? I don't know. And according to Praise, Nengi is among the list of girls that like Prince. Nengi, Lucy, Wathoni, and Tolani Badge. And he said, he just noticed Tolani Badge started liking him. I hear plenty gist though. So that's how Wathoni said that that if the guys in the house had been the one to make the move first on the girls, that things would have been better and more interesting right now in the house. And that is because the guys allowed the women to be chasing them. And that is why women in the house are fighting other women. I'm like, please, how many people are fighting over man in this house? Because apparently when Tolani Badge said she liked Prince and Wathoni was saying what caused their fight was because of man. Erica own is because of man. You guys. And Dorothy's situation too felt like it was because of man. So she's like, see, if you guys had been the one to like lead us on, to be the one chasing us, all these things that is happening in the house won't have happened and all. And Praise was defending it like, what do you mean we did not chase you? What of Nengi and Ozo's own? And then Laycon joined in the conversation, and he was telling them how he feels or he thinks that he still likes Erica, but what he's happy about, what he's most excited about, is the fact that he's no longer affected by what she's doing with Kid. That he's no longer really getting to him the way it was initially. And what is like, see you, even if they are in front of my bed, it cannot pay me. I would have moved on since. And all the asking like, you have time. If it's me, I would have moved on. All those kinds of things. You're just talking. And that's like the highlight of all their gossip.
Which you are not involved in order to advance your game. Who would you pick and why? Praise. Picture answer. Praise or praise? Praise. Yes.
Not involved in to advance your game. Which will
Some people came to tell me that I was using your
Just lies. They're lies, but what's the biggest lie I've ever told?
If you could turn back time, what event in the house would you like
Guys,
to
this
reverse?
is the most amazing part of today that I enjoyed. I really enjoyed it because it was really uncomfortable for the housemates to do, but they just had to do it. They had no choice. So apparently they themselves had to represent Biggie. And earlier this morning I told you that they Kidwaya gave them a box. He told them, he read the brief that Biggie said they should pick one paper from the box and hold on to whatever name they picked. So they picked, and I'm going to tell you how they picked. So Erica picked Wathoni, Prince picked Erica, Kid picked Dora picked Ozo, Brighto picked Prince, Nengi picked Tricky T, Lucy picked Tolani Badge, Praise picked Nengi, Wathoni picked Laycon, Tricky T picked Neo, V picked Kid, Ozo picked Praise, Laycon picked Lucy, Neo picked V, and Tolani Badge picked Brighto. So now apparently all those people that they picked are supposedly supposed to stand in as Big Brother for today, for their diary session. I don't know if you guys understand. They're supposed to be Big Brother for them. So apparently Erica's Big Brother is Wathoni. That's the one that was shocked, because I was like, hey, how is she going to talk to Wathoni after their whole beef and all? And Prince's Big Brother is Erica, Kid's Big Brother is Dora, and that's how it is. And I'm going to tell you a few of the diary session that just amazed me. So Wathoni to Erica. Now Erica's question, Wathoni was to ask Erica a story, a personal story. She share one of her personal story with Biggie, as she's Biggie. She share one of her personal story with Biggie and how that story made her feel. And she went on to say, how she met her dad on social media, and she explained the story. I know, that's not even the part that caught my attention. Now Wathoni now asked her that she should share one of the things that have been bothering her this week in the house. And Erica said, my fight with Wathoni. It's so awkward. And she was telling her my fight with Wathoni. It got to a point that she was explaining all the whole fight thing. She now asked Wathoni, or is there anything I've done that made you feel such hatred towards me? Wathoni said, I cannot answer that. I'm your big brother. So you're supposed to just be talking to me and not expecting a reply and response. I think Erica was carried away in analyzing the story. Then she started analyzing the situation and what's going on currently between her and Wathoni. Started again and all. And Wathoni is like, there's nothing. That she's like, okay, is there any other thing you want to tell big brother? And Erica is like, no. And that's the end of her diary session. That part left. Now Erica and Prince. This one is hot, guys. It gets us hot. So Erica as Biggie is not their question, no. It is Biggie's question that they are asking, or they are supposed to be asking their housemates. It is what Biggie puts down for them that they will ask their housemates. So Erica as big brother, the question she was supposed to ask was, if you could break a relationship in this house that you are involved in, if you could break a relationship in this house to advance your stay in this house, which relationship would it be and why? My brother, Prince no even fear. He said Erica and Kid's relationship, and she's like, wow. I didn't see that coming. And she's like, why? You know, that's the question Biggie asked her to ask. And why? And it's like, I feel that both their relationship is based on infatuation, and Kid doesn't really like Erica. And for me personally, I would say I care about Erica, but then her and Kid's relationship, I feel it will end in tears for Erica, and I feel Kid is just playing her. So I wouldn't want her to cry in the end. So I think I would break their relationship. I will spoil it off. And my people, I tell you, this thing that Prince told Erica this night, mark my words, it's going to change a lot of things between her and Kid. Because even after this diary session, she was already giving Kid one kind of attitude. Kid was talking to her, she was like, that kind of thing. I think it's got to hit her. Like, you know, Erica is very emotional. The thing just enter her body. Say, But moving on, we have other hot gist, so I'm not going to let Erica's own get in the way. So now, Dora and Kid's diary session. Dora was Kid's big brother, and she asked him, according to the question Biggie gave her to ask, that if you had a magical power to pick a romantic partner without fear of judgment by other people in this house, who would it be and why? And Kidwaya said nobody. After saying nobody, now said, and his reason was because he doesn't think he's attracted to anyone apart from Erica. He doesn't think he's attracted to anyone in the house. Biko, apart from Erica. But you said nobody. Erica is in the house now. The question wasn't who would you pick apart from Erica. No, the question was who would you pick. You could have just said Erica, and he said nobody. And I'm like, these two sentences, they are contradicting. You said nobody. You said apart from Erica, you're not romantically attracted to anybody in the house. But the question was clearly who would you pick. So you could have just said Erica. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm saying or is making sense to you guys, but that's how I feel. No hard feelings. Okay, the next diary session was Ozo and Dora. Was between Ozo and Dora, and Ozo was to be Dora's big brother. And the question was told to ask was, if you could turn back the hands of time and in a blink, what would you have done differently? And Dora is like, well, for me, I think I wouldn't get too close to Ozo, because I feel, according to her, she feels that she was carried away by the friendship and Ozo had. So, and it did not even allow her to open up too much, a lot, to the other housemates. She couldn't really vibe with the other housemates because she was carried away by their friendship. And so she feels that if she could change anything, it would be being close to Ozo. And Ozo was the big brother. Like, guys. Anyways, for Prince to Brighto, Prince was Brighto's big brother. So a question was supposed to ask was, if he could break any if he had a magical power and he could ruin any relationship in the house, which relationship would he ruin and why? Just to advance his stay there. And he's like, I will ruin Nengi and Ozo because I feel like they are playing. Their relationship does not have a goal and a destination. So it would ruin Nengi and Ozo's relationship, because their relationship does not have a goal and destiny. Please, you guys, do you agree with Brighto? Me, I agree with him actually. It doesn't even have end, it doesn't have begin. Therefore, took it to Nengi. His question was asked her to send a message to anybody apart from her mom or a sibling that is important to her outside the house, and she picked her auntie. Then from Tolani Badge to Lucy, guys, I laughed. Tolani Badge's question to Lucy was supposed to be, if you had a magical power in the house to go on to pick a romantic partner without fear of judgment, who would it be? Who would she pick and why? And Auntie Lucy said, for her, praise, but it's a little bit complicated. It's going to be a little bit complicated outside there, so but then it's still praise. And Tolani was like, please repeat it. Is it praise or prince? Is it louder? I did hear you clearly. Is it praise or prince? And I'm like, whoa.
But you've locked me out. My actions are unstable. Because at one point, I'm learning to love you. But at the second, I'm trying to break down this wall.
So apparently, guys, the housemates finally had their wager, their tax for their wager today, Thursday, and I must say that it was so amazing. The wager is titled Poetry Slam, and they were supposed to partner, and they made a poet about how men feel about the ladies, and the ladies wrote a poetry about how they feel about the men, and they did really so amazingly well. I enjoyed watching the poetry. It was fun to watch, and to see that these people paired up with like Ozo and Nengi. From their words, I felt some truth in it with what is exactly happening. And also from Erica and Laycon's poetry, I felt some truth relating to what is currently happening and revolving around them. And from Tolani Badge and Prince too, I felt some truth in the poetry to what is happening around them. And so I really enjoyed the poetry. I do hope that they win this wager. I do really hope. And after like the end of the wager, the men went to the women to apologize to them with red roses, and it was so fun to watch. It was amazing because I really learned a lot from it. They really educated us and inspired us, and I do hope they win their wager this week. I really do hope. After that, to think that they've had such a long day, after that Biggie had a surprise package awaiting them in the lounge. Biggie has been on a vacation. He has not been around, but he said something to Kidwaya that Biggie might be on a vacation, but Biggie sees everything. So apparently today, brothers, you're not supposed to whisper. Ozo also was whispering to Nengi countless times, and Neo also was whispering to Ozo countless times. So these three, I don't know what punishment Big Brother wants to give them, but apparently Big Brother saw it. So he's trying to make them know that I see it all, and there is no secret in the Big Brother's house. So